the recent Euphoria special, which I just watched. And I'm curious, when you get that script and it's so kind of dense and text heavy, and I know your experiences in the theater where you're used to memorizing an entire play worth of material, I imagine the shooting schedule is a lot quicker. It's during COVID, it's kind of last minute. Technically, what was it like to memorize and get your lips around that text?
Well, Sam first told me about the episode, and he said it's just an episode with just you and Zendaya, and it's just you two having a deep conversation about life, addiction, loss, and love. And I said, "Wow, so it's just the two of us?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Could you get me the script as soon as possible?" He said, "Absolutely." So he sent me the script, and I think I had about a month, and I put myself into the blessing of the pandemic is I had time. So I put myself into a full-time rehearsal like I did in the theater. So I probably rehearsed for about 40 hours a week for 3 weeks. And I took it very seriously. I got up and I rehearsed myself. I put my lines on, in a program called, Rehearsal App Pro, and I read Zendaya's lines. I read mine. I listened back and forth. The first week, I just listened to the lines, to just like sort of listen like music and let them just get into my system. And then I would break it down and do my work. I did all the work that I haven't done for a long time in the theater.
Yeah.
The way to build character, to build the moment. So therefore, hopefully, the work doesn't show itself. I just want to be available in the room once me and Zendaya were together.
Yeah.
So I put myself through a full time rehearsal, and with even when it comes to research and having conversations with people in recovery, um, examining even like the history of Black men and why they become Muslims as well, and what exactly does that offer. Um, Anything that was in our text, I had time to do my research in detail to find out what is the relationship between Nike and the Black community. What is the relationship between all these things, and Ali and what he wants in that scene. And so then I think we had the opportunity to actually, Sam gave us, I think we had 5 days of shooting, and we knew our schedule. And the beautiful thing is it was just two people in a diner. So we got a chance to just, it had an ease to it.
Yeah.
And because the set was smaller and production team is smaller, it sort of stripped away the whole circus of a set and made it a bit more graceful, to be honest. And I think so you can do that work. You can do that work that requires such a sense of peace,
Yeah.
to just listen and respond, to do that thing that you teach in school. I teach, or students are trying to learn, which is actually quite simple. That you go through all these universities and all to learn how to listen and respond, and it's actually that simple. And I think what Zendaya and I truly did, and which is why I think the episode is so special, because it is watching two people at the end of this year do the thing that we're asking people to do in the world, which is sit across from one another and have a hard talk and go to some very deep places, and don't be afraid of it, but to put your heart and soul in it because you want to get closer to that person.